Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day. Today's episode is going to be a very fast and easy and super beginner-friendly Christmas tutorial where we create an upcycled bookmark or journal charm. These are the supplies you will need to create this fun and easy tutorial. So here's the supplies I'm using. We are making a very simple removable junk journal charm upcycled from a vintage book page. You'll need some hemp cord. I purchased mine at Joann's, but you can find it at any craft store. You'll also need an eyelet and something to set your eyelet. You'll also need lots of other little odds and ends. I chose gingerbreads and candy canes because those are my favorite festive flavors. You'll need a glue stick and some old vintage Christmas books. Honestly, they don't need to be vintage. Mine just happen to be. I'm also going to use my crocodile and I'm going to show you how to use it if you had any questions. You will also need some laminating sheets. Those are the ones I used. You can find them on Amazon. And this is the laminator that I used that I purchased at Target. You'll also need a good piece of printed cardstock. You'll want this bookmark to have a nice sturdy feel, so a good piece of cardstock is important. So let's choose the book page we want to use to create this journal charm bookmark. I quite love that tree, but today I wanted the theme to be Festive Flavors because this video is also a collab with Kia Creates, who is hosting the Winter Junk Journal Challenge. I'm excited to be a collaborator and my theme is Festive Flavors. Two of my festive flavors are candy canes and gingerbread, and that cute little critter there is holding a candy cane, and so I want to use her. And my cardstock has a very cute sort of festive flavors with candy canes and all sorts of Christmas goodies. So I thought using these two together would really communicate that theme well, and I can add this little journal charm right to my junk journal. Once you've chosen your design, you will want to cover the back with glue, and you're going to want to cover even a little more than you think you need because you want it to be adhered pretty well. So once you've done that, just stick it onto your cardstock, make sure it's nice and flat, and then we're going to cut it out. Honestly, you don't really need to wait till it's completely dry because we're going to be putting this through the laminator anyway. You can cut this out as close or as far as you would like. Does that make sense? Hey, save all those scraps, by the way. I'm cutting mine I'm keeping a border around the actual image. I'm also going to be careful. Please note, once I get to the top, I am going to leave like a little rounded area, which is where I'm going to punch a hole and put the brad right into the top. So keep that in mind as you're cutting out your image. This tutorial would also be great to create quickly and give as last-minute gifts. I'm not going to lie, these are absolutely precious. You could even go to the Dollar Tree, get a little journal, put this inside, so that way you have a nice little gift to give. Once your image is cut out, you're going to want to slip it into the lamination sleeve. I cut my lamination sleeve in half so that I wouldn't waste any. So I put my little bookmark through the laminator off camera, and now we're ready to cut it out. So trim all the way around. Don't go too close. That's not really necessary. You do want a little lamination border around your bookmark. I keep calling it a bookmark, but honestly, it's more of a journal charm. I guess it could be either. Which would you use it for? Let me know in the comments. Would you use this as a bookmark or a journal charm? I mean, obviously, there's no wrong answer. I'm just curious. Also, if you are enjoying this video, please be sure to hit that like button. That would mean so much to me. We've grown so much this year in 2024. I am just in awe of this wonderful little community. And every time you hit that like button, it's such a wonderful way to show me that I am producing content that you are interested in. And I really appreciate that. All right, if you were wondering how to use a crocodile, this is the video for you. You are going to want to make sure it is on one of those hole punching settings. And I just showed you exactly how it works. You're going to punch that little hole. Very easy. Once you have your hole punched, you're going to stick your eyelet right into the hole. And now we need to set our eyelet. So push that little dial all the way up to the eyelet setter and give your handle a push down, and you will see that your eyelet will be appropriately set. I really like the larger crocodile mainly because I feel like it's easier to use. As you can see, that's how the eyelet is set. You just need to keep moving that dial back and forth. So now that we've cut out our bookmark or journal charm, we are ready to add the twine or the string. You are going to want to cut out about a 24-inch length of twine. And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, that looks like so much. But you have to keep in mind that we are going to be tying a lot of knots and constantly trimming and creating loops. So it actually isn't going to stay this long. Let me show you. These were about the same lengths, and look, there isn't that much hanging down. And at the end, if you don't like that many sort of tails hanging, you can trim them. But honestly, cut more than you'll think you need. Stick those 2 loops through the eyelet, create a loop, and pull your tails through, and you are ready to go. This next step is optional, but I think it looks really nice. I'm going to tie knots into the top so that no beads can like slide down onto the journal charm or bookmark. They're not going to go anywhere if they do. In my opinion, though, it just looks a little bit nicer when there's a stopper there, so they don't sort of like bulk down onto the journal charm base. So I'm just tying those knots, and then we're going to start adding charms. Also, if you're new, be sure to say hi so we can connect. And if you are returning as a subscriber, I just wanted to say thank you before we get started. All right, so let's start adding charms. This is truly the fun part. But first I want to grab some like special pieces. Everything I'm pulling out here was sent to me in Happy Mail. And so if you sent me little trinkets in Christmas cards or packages, I just wanted to say thank you. I've been hoarding them, and now I'm going to use them because they are all so cute. And if they don't make it onto the journal charm, I'm still going to put them in my little jar of trinkets. So thank you so much. I love this little kind of plush gingerbread girl, so I just add a bulb pin and create a loop by putting that bulb pin in upside down, and that way I can easily tie her onto the journal charm too. So I just start adding charms. I like to add different sizes, different textures, different colors, and in between most beads, at the most 2 or 3, I will add another knot. That way they don't sort of slide all the way down to either the top or the bottom as you use your journal charm. For me, adding those knots in between is just so visually appealing. I really like the way it looks. It keeps it all very balanced even as you're using your journal charm. And the colors I chose to use for this particular journal charm is red, green, and pink. And that's because especially that pink really ties in the gingerbread and candy canes. Also, let me know your favorite festive flavors, since that's sort of the theme for this particular charm. Are you a peppermint girl? Are you a candy cane girl? Do you like sugar cookies? Are you more of a gingerbread girl? I don't know. I kind of love all the Christmas sweets, and I'm totally here for it. But I would love to hear yours. I did put this on fast forward because as cute as all these little beads are, I'm sure it could be a little bit monotonous just watching me tie a bunch of beads onto string. However, if you were looking for a more in-depth journal charm video, I have multiple here on YouTube. I also have real-time ones over on Patreon. Sometimes your thread will get a little frayed. Just use your scissors, cut it at an angle, and then your bead should slip right through. That's a nice little hack. So I stopped the crazy fast forward just so I could show you that little tip. But don't worry, I'm going to fast forward it again because I know, yeah, this is kind of a lot here. And by the way, this doesn't need to be an exclusively Christmas tutorial. This could totally carry over into the new year, and you can use regular vintage book pages and vintage beads or regular beads, or use your creativity. In other words, this tutorial is a classic and I think a standard. And maybe I should make a non-Christmas one in the new year. What do you think? Let me know. I actually think I do want to do that. It would be fun. I honestly wish I could work at this speed in real life. Look at my hands fly. Wow. Anyway, we're almost to the end here. I do add beads to all 4 of those tails at varying heights, varying lengths. I like to keep it really interesting. Something I never do is put beads all the way down at the exact same like measurement. I like to keep it really eclectic, and I think it keeps it really interesting, especially as you start using your journal charm. Just sort of think outside the box. Just try to make it a little bit special, a little bit different, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I do like to look at what it looks like as I'm going too. So that way I know if I need to add more, add less, take away, I don't know. I'm happy with what I see, so I'm gonna double knot the ends now because we are almost done, friends. So this is pretty much the finished product. What do you think? I'm going to keep the tails long. You don't have to. You can cut them. I actually sort of like the way that looks, but you can trim them. Look at how cute. And you probably can't hear, but it has the fun, sweet little clickety-clackety sound. I love journal charms. I love the sound. I love it all. So these are the 2 that I've made so far. This is my vintage Santa. He's so cute. I can't decide if I want to put this one in my journal or the sweet treats. I don't know, Festive Flavors. I don't know. They're both so cute. Honestly, I might give this Festive Flavor one to my daughter, Lizzie, because she has a lot more pink tones in her journal, and mine is a lot more red and green. I don't know. Maybe I'll just let her choose. So this is how it works. How cute is Santa? I'm just going to slip it right into my journal. I don't even need to open my journal to do it because that lamination makes it super easy to just slide in and out. Isn't that cute? Look at those charms. I hope you enjoyed this fast and easy tutorial. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.